Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to make a recap video on BNTX MRNA NVDA and Tesla. The notes are from awesomecallstrading.com, ACT, at AJTrader7 on Twitter. So he wanted me to go over this since more people are starting to watch these videos that are members and people looking to be members. Whenever AJ gets on in the morning, he won't be on the mic from 8 o'clock to about 8:15. He's typing out the notes, guys, so be aware of that. And you can't see the chat. The chat's not there. You can only talk, like, whenever you're talking, you're only talking to the moderators and AJ. Like, they're the only ones that can see your message. So just be aware of that. And the reason why he does that is he doesn't want you to see all the clutter of what everyone's trying to pump up that they possibly might be investing in or whatever. Like, he's concentrating on his 12 plays, just his notes, and he's writing them, so he's not talking. And if you read the chat, it clearly says, Palmer, other mods are chiming in, hey, AJ's writing the notes, hey, he's not talking, hey, don't ask all kind of questions right now. But he wanted me to go over that because people are like railing the chat in the morning, talking all kinds of crazy stuff while he's trying to type the notes, and he sees them rolling in, guys. So just be aware of that. Just kind of wait a little bit, to ask those questions, or maybe get in there early and talk to Yanni in the morning. He's there for like an hour or two, and he'll answer any questions you might have of what's going on. So just wanted to go over that just for AJ. He's making these notes. He's typing them all out. Okay, so from 8 to 8:15, he's typing out the notes. As soon as the notes come out, I get lucky sometimes. He's done by like 8:10. He starts typing the bottom of the notes at 8:10. So which are all the large cap options. So thank God he does that, because that means the ones that I'm playing, he's typing out first. So just be aware of that. As soon as 8:10 comes, 8:15 comes, and I start seeing him populate the notes, which is in the notes tab, so there's a screen share tab, there's a notes tab. So you go to the notes tab, you look at his notes, you'll see him change. So as he's typing out the notes, like for example, NVIDIA right here, it says it's at 208, gapping up 3 points. It says 212. I see him type that. I'm already going to my NVIDIA chart and drawing this line right here, guys. Like, I already draw this line, 212. I make it green to enter calls because that's just how I color coded it for me to just be able to spot that, So just going over briefly before I do the recap on what you need to expect from AJ in the morning. 8 to 8:15, he's silent typing the notes. 8:15, the notes should be out, or he's typing them still. You can immediately start drawing your lines, waiting for entry. Regardless if you play options, shares, and equities with him, these lines are what, look, you know what, if you don't draw the lines, you're gonna have to memorize all kind of numbers, so good luck with that. So that's why I draw all my lines. I had 8 charts drawn. So think about that. Obviously I'm not playing all 8. I played 3 today, but I mean, it's just because I got really fast at doing it. At first I could only draw like 2 or 3 charts worth of lines, and that's because I'm capturing max price target, his first price target. I'm drawing 6 lines on each chart. But if you're a beginner, maybe paper trade and just draw 1 chart, all the lines, or maybe 2 charts and just draw, where to enter calls, where to enter puts, or if you're playing shares and equities, where to go upside, where to go downside on it, if you want to short it or go long, So that's the recap just for AJ, doing it for him because he's the one that, asked me to do it, and he's the one making these notes. So, but today I'm trading, I've traded BNTX MRNA NVDA, and I'm going to do a Tesla recap because it ran and I wish I would have made it, but I was already up 45-32, so I didn't play it. That's like the only reason. Like, really should have played it. I don't know why I didn't, but just being up that much, I think that's why I didn't play it. I made $4,532 of profit in 4 minutes today. Like that, this is like the amount of time that it took. That's $1,000 per minute. Like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I went and talked on the phone and talked to a few friends and did other stuff. Sean was still in here trading, So yeah, I just did my 3 day trades and called it. But I'm gonna go over Tesla first since I didn't play that. So it says stock gapping up 6 points. Do not long unless pop at the open to 688. Then look for nice 4 to 6 point push to the upside or more. Then watch for topping if this snaps 685. Then look for nice gap fill sell off to 678 to 680. Then watch for bottom curl and bounce it. So Tesla, like, you know, you could have entered puts right at the beginning, but it wasn't a puts move today. Like right here, he told you to enter puts or go downside. I would have entered puts at 685. And, you know, most people probably got burned on these puts, man. Like, it went down to 680. You did have 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes to maybe, if you would have entered right when it broke, selling it. Like, that's a small window. Like, I'm willing to bet more people lost money than made money trying to play this downside puts move. That was, like, small range. I mean, it almost hit his first price target, but you had to have been quick. Like, I could have definitely played that and got in and out, but I didn't even play it today. And if you didn't play and you weren't fast, you probably got burned. So that's how that went. And then for calls, that was like the big move. And so for his price target and potential profit, you know, he said to enter upside at 688 right here. So I drew a line at 688. You know, his like second price target was 694. He was already giving you 9 points, you know. So that was already solid. But look, it's already at like, the market is still open right now. It's only 2.5 hours in, you know. So at current moment, it just hit 709, you know. So 709, say you held 690 calls and you bought in at 688, that's 21 points. Most of those in the money points. So insane move. Like, can't believe I made it. I saw like people were making $10, $15, $20,000 on that play. And look, another thing is AJ with guidance today, which was sick. Like, you know, I wouldn't have entered calls right here until 688. But look, he right here, literally right here on this bottom curl, he called it right here. He said Tesla curling, you know, like go long right here. And look what it does. Like, instead of entering up here at 688, waiting for it to break at 845, like you would have had to buy in at 689 at 846 for really perfect entry, just playing his notes. But look, instead of 846, he told you 843 that it was already curling, and you could have entered 3 minutes early, like 685 to 688, 689. That's like 3 points early that he gave you. 3 points is $1,500 on 10 contracts in the money, you know, 150 on one. Like, that's a lot of movement that he gave you early. So that was good guidance by AJ. I'll give him that. I wish I would have played it, but perfect upside move for Tesla. So I didn't play that, unfortunately. I play it every day, and then the one day I don't, like it gives the range that I, you know, wanted within minutes from 844 to 851. So 7 minutes, you're getting 683 to 696, 13 points. You want to make $6,000 in 6 minutes? You could have done that with 10 contracts, or just one contract, $600. That's crazy in 6 minutes. So Tesla, moving on. That was a great play by AJ. Wish I would have played it. I'm gonna do it chronological. I'll go over NVIDIA first. So NVIDIA, it says right here, gapping up nice with the market, gapping up 3 points. Do not long unless pop at the opens at 212. Then look for nice 3 to 4 point push or more to the upside. Then watch for topping. If this snaps 210.20, look for gap fill sell off to 208.50 to 209. Then watch for solid bottom curl bounce on it. So let's see. I bought 212.50 calls, and the reason why I bought it, because it says, you know, if it breaks 212, go upside, right? And I'm buying at the money or in the money or just somewhere right there where it's like about to be in the money, or if it's at that price, it's at the money. And the reason why, again, is delta. Usually I get a delta of 0.5. That means like on 10 contracts, I'm making $500 every point up. So like it's just max profit gains. But look, if it yanks on you and goes the other way, you're going to lose $500 every point down. You know, if one contract, $50 every point down, or $50 every point up. So that's where I kind of like Mark Moses. You know, he buys out of the money contracts a little far out and rides it. I don't want like that much risk. I want to eventually do that, but like I'd rather get in and out heavy with at the money good delta.
Horrible fill, dude. I hate this.
Okay, yeah. So NVIDIA, I entered 212.50 calls. So look, upside 212 to 216, second AJ price target. Hit 217 high, 5 points right there. You know, so definitely could have made some money. So look, right here I entered at 831.43. Let's see if I did it early or what was going on. 830. Look, 830 it already broke his call line. And look, 831, I don't know if you see this, if you zoom in, there is a little, I mean, yeah, there's this empty wick down here, but it filled above that line. It's kind of risky buying in right here, but I guess this would have been safer, but it just means I got a better entry. Definitely, you know, if you wanted to be safer, you wouldn't have entered till 832. I entered at 831.43. Almost got in, but just one thing I want to bring up. Look, so BNTX 831.54 I'm in. I know I'm jumping the gun here, but look what happens at 831.54 in BNTX. You see how it broke his line? It didn't confirm break until 832, but I guess I bought in early, you know, but my point is, look, NVIDIA, BNTX, like I got in both of these at the same time and in 2 trades at the same time. My point is, his notes, like, they're amazing, but if you miss the move, you miss the move, you know, so that's why I have 8 charts up and I entered both of those at the same time. So anyways, getting back to NVIDIA. So look, 831.43 I'm in. That was only a 74-second trade. That was the first one I sold. And that one, I made 512 profit. And I mean, look what it did. Like, shouldn't have sold it. Like, it went way up. It's just, I saw that gain. I took it. I should have scaled out. Made 51.20 times 10, you know. So I made 512 profit on 10 contracts. I actually did try to get filled on the video once right here. It canceled. I canceled it because it didn't fill, and then I lowered it one little bit, 530 to 525. It filled me, so I got 51.20 times 10, 512 profit, 74 seconds. So that, you know, that trade went well. And look, for AJ, his notes, it, you know, he tells you to enter at 212, price target, max price target at 216. Look where it's at. Like, it. What did it do after? Yeah, look, it's just bouncing. You could have got a little more, a little more. Look, it keeps going up, you know, like trending up still. 217, you know, so for his max price target at 217, he gave you 212 to 216 and went a point higher. So great call by AJ. So let's see, let me close it. Okay, so that was NVIDIA. I'm going to go over BNTX. So that trade went well. And so at this point, I'm telling you, I'd already got in BNTX as well. So for their notes, it says another day of fun, gapping up 24 points. Do not long unless pop at the open to 376. Then look for quick push to 382 to 384. Watch for topping. Then look for nice profit taking sell off. If this snaps 370, look for stock to give up 10 to 14 points on the downside on profit taking. So that's what the play was on BNTX. I played the call side like immediately, the upside calls. You know, I entered the same time as NVIDIA. That they broke AJ's line to go upside at the same time, so I'm in both. And you know, after I sold those NVIDIA calls, that's whenever I tried to get filled on BNTX once and didn't fill. Like within minutes, this thing, like I bought in at about $17,000 on 10. Like in 2 minutes, it was at $20,000 on 10. Like I was already up over 3,000. The contract price went to 21,000. I tried to get filled at 2050. You know, 20,500. And then it finally filled me right at 20,000. It cost me like 17,000 bucks. So I ended up making 3,500 profit in 2 minutes on that. So, you know, this fill price was 20.00, you know, on limit. So that means if I spent $20,000 and I made 35.20, that's 16.48 was my market buy price. You know, so I got filled good right there. You know, like BNTX spreads are wide. Like I'm really glad I got a good fill, because look what happened. I sold it at 20, but my point is this thing went to 21, then 23. So look at 23,000, like it went to 23 quick. At 16,480, I would have made 6,500 had I held it a little bit longer. You know, it hit his max price target 3 minutes in. You know, so that was an amazing play by AJ. I played it good because I mean I got in early. You know, got a good market buy fill price at 16.48, filled at 20. So $20,000 cash out cost me 16,480. I got 35.20 in 2 minutes. Awesome play. MRNA, you know, I got a bad fill and just scalped what I could. And I got what I could before it even made its move. So that one I made another, you know, 500 or whatever. But my big win was BNTX for sure. MRNA could have been, but I was impatient, you know. So to go over those notes, another day of fun. MRNA, gapping up, do not long unless pop at the opens at 394. Then look for quick push to 400 to 403. Then watch for topping. If this snaps at the open 390, look for quick for the stock to sell off 7 to 9 points. Then watch for bottom curl bounce on it. So MRNA today, it's currently at 409 right now. Like he told you to enter calls at 394. Like should have never at this current moment, like present day, present time, shouldn't have sold those calls. I had bought 395 calls, it's at 407. Like that's 12 points. Like I'd be up $6,000 if I would have just never sold those calls, you know, like crazy. I bought those at 15, or I sold it at 15.50, you know, so, and I made 500 profit. So that means I bought in at 15, you know. And those contracts, let me just check just to see exactly what it's at right now. I had MRNA 395 calls. Those contracts are 21.75 each. Right? That's 21,750. I bought in at 15,000. I'd be up $6,750 right now. I just told you I'd be up 6K, so the math checks out. You know, that 0.5 delta gives you insane gains. I'd be up 6 racks right now if I would have never sold those things. Like, can't believe I didn't scale out. It's whatever. I made 500 profit on it. That was my last day trade. It was only from 8:30 to 8:34. You know, 4 minutes, made 45.32 from 3 scalps. You know, like, wish I could do that every day and just call it in 4 minutes. So that's it for my video. Hope y'all had a good day trading. Sean's still trading. He seems like he's frustrated, but I hope he's doing well. AJ, amazing notes again. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all have a good one.